Hello, I'm John, and welcome to John's Box, my YouTube channel. And on this general election day, I'm going to look at the situation in Swindon. This is the second of two general election specials in Swindon. The first I presented at the weekend. You may want to watch that video. Today I'm going to forecast the outcome of the result in Swindon North and Swindon South, together with a look at the national picture. I'm also going to make a prediction of the outcome in the nation as a whole. Since my last programme, there have been some marginal changes in the national poll. There's been a slight fall for Reform, although that may have recovered a little bit. There's been a slight increase for the Conservatives and particularly for the Greens, slight drop for Labour, Liberal Democrats where they were. However, there are a lot of don't knows, undecided voters, and of course there are those who won't vote at all. So the national picture marginally affects the Swindon results, which I predicted a few days ago, and I'll show you the tables again. And this is my actual forecast. Labour will win in both seats, perhaps marginally in Swindon North, more in Swindon South. Look at Swindon North. This is important to look at plus minus what I predict could happen in the case of each of the parties standing there. So plus minus 1,000 from 1,000, perhaps in the others only a difference of 100. So that's the picture in Swindon North. Swindon South, similarly, although I predict that Labour will win by a larger majority there. In actual fact, the election calculus or electoral polling even puts Conservatives in third place there, but I don't think that will happen personally, because of the fact that the candidate standing there, the Conservative candidate, has a long history and is well known, and I think that will be to his favour in this case. So again, plus minus 1,500 differences to 1,000 plus minuses, and the same with the other. The difference could be 100. At this stage, I should mention the names of all the candidates standing. In Swindon North, there are 7, and they are Andy Bentley for the Green Party, Flo Klukas for the Liberal Democrats, Debbie Hicks, who's an independent candidate, Scott Victor, Abbas Hunter for the Trade Unionists and Socialist Coalition, Will Stone for the Labour Party, Justin Tomlinson for the Conservatives, and Les Willis for Reform UK. In Swindon South, there are 6 candidates as follows: Heidi Alexander for Labour, Robert Buckland for the Conservatives, Martin Costello, who's an independent, Roderick George Hebden for the Green Party, Catherine Koshidowski for Reform UK, and Matthew David McCabe for the Liberal Democrats. Those are the candidates standing there. So rather expect no surprise in these figures. Maybe there will be some variations, especially no surprise in the order of the parties. In my view, the Greens will outdo the Lib Dems, as I mentioned them. Well, I don't think that Reform will overtake the Conservatives in Swindon South, but Perhaps I'll have to eat my hat. So the official electoral calculus gives both sitting MPs, or rather candidates, a very little chance of winning in Swindon. But we'll see the outcome, what will really happen, because it's you, the voters, who at the end of the day cross at the ballot sheet. Let's now look at the national picture. I prepared this huge cardboard chunk, and here we show the number of seats each party expects to win. This is based on all my calculations from all the opinion polls conducted over the last week, average, and then my own gut feeling, if you like, inside what I think is the likely outcome. Together with, you got the share of the vote here, and the number of seats each party are expected to win. And here, more importantly, is the range. So in the case of Labour, it could be as little as 370, or as few as, and as much as, or as many as, countables and countables, 470. And with the Conservatives between 77 and 185. So the margin, if you take the minimum Labour margin amount and the maximum Conservative, then you have a majority of less than, am I counting correctly? Of less than 200, yeah. Yep. Or it could be even less than that. With Reform between 1 and 10, Lib Dems between 30 and 75, the Greens between 0 and 4, SNP between 20 and 35, Plaid 2 to 4, it's easy to predict that one, and with the others, I would say 20, although it could be between 19 and 22. Here you have the Northern Ireland parties, the Speaker, and perhaps one of the two strong independents, such as Mr. Galloway or Mr. Corbyn, who are standing in their respective constituencies. So that's my opinion on the national picture. I'll be back as well to summarise the national results and to look ahead at the next term for Swindon. I guess only of the national leaders, only Sir Keir Starmer has popped into Swindon. I'm not sure. I don't live in Swindon anymore, so the only thing I checked was Starmer in the Swindon Advertiser. So if you know if Rishi Sunak popped in, perhaps Ed Davey, rather not, because it's not a target seat for the Liberal Democrats. Anyway, that's all for today, and we'll see the outcome and reflect on that in the final edition of Swindon's general election. That'll be part 3. So thanks for sticking to the end, and see you again soon in another video. And I forgot to plug my channel. Please support it. Thank you.